Welcome to kcheebplays, Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. Let's get started. Christoph and Kalinka were prepared. They knew the minimums they were willing to accept. Both were nervous and a little on edge. The meeting with Most to Trust executive was due to start now, but there was no sign of them. Christoph looked at his watch, 9 a.m. He said to Kalinka, "Something's not right. They're always on time." Kalinka nodded. "Maybe they're just trying to ice us." "Could be," Christoph replied. Just then his phone rang. He fumbled it out of his pocket and answered it. Yes, I see. Oh no, that won't be a problem. We'll be here," he said into the phone. "Well, they're running late. He said they should be here soon." Kalinka nodded again and said, "The ice is getting cold." Christoph looked at Kalinka. "You seem more on edge than I've seen you before, love. Take a few deep breaths. We're ready." He smiled. Kalinka met his gaze and smiled back. "I know. There's a lot riding on this meeting, and the anticipation is killing me. I need to know." Christoph suggested going back over their notes to kill some time. Kalinka gave him the same answer. "Not necessary, love. I have them memorized." So they sat there in thought, and after a half hour, a knock came at the door. Kalinka got up, opened it, and welcomed the executive. They found seats, and the chairman began to speak. "I must apologize to you both. It's a company policy to never be late for a meeting." He seemed a little shaken. Kalinka shot Christoph a quick glance. "Now then," the chairman said, "I think we both know what the sticking points will be. Let's begin with them." Christoph and Kalinka both nodded. The chairman continued. "We're prepared to offer an employment guarantee of 2.5 years. This is well beyond anything we've done before. The stock options we can offer are $1,500 per employee, again, a first for Most to Trust. They will vest after 3 years and can then be redeemed for market value or held. The rest of your offer is quite amenable. It's nice to see you did your homework. They match quite nicely with our pay and holiday grades as well as the benefits package." Kalinka looked at the chairman squarely and said, "If you'll move the employment guarantee to 3 years and raise the number of shares to 2,000 with a vesting period of 4 years, Christoph and I will lower the price by 100 million rubles." The chairman's jaw dropped, but he quickly recovered and said, "If you could give us a moment." The 6 of them conferred. It was clear they hadn't expected this. There was some back and forth and finally some nodding of heads. The chairman turned to Christoph and Kalinka and said one word. "Done." Hi, Cheeb here. Welcome to episode 106 of my playthrough Workers and Resources on the Fjordland map. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. Appreciate that. Going to do things a little bit differently here. There's a couple of small projects that I want to get done, but basically we're looking at watching paint dry over here in the form of getting all the construction, everything done here, and I'm thinking I'm going to just quickly check on a couple of things to see where we're at with those construction projects, and the pipeline one here. First off, and looks like everything's done. So how good is that? Okay, gives me even one less thing to to look at. Okay, so that's this one. So I want this to be high priority. Oh, use priorities, please. Thank you. So I'll put one. Oh, geez. Okay, there we go. That's good. So I want, this is output 1, I think. Oh no, 2 and 3. I don't know how I tell which output is which. Okay, this is 1. It's got to be 1, 2, 3, right? Okay, I want that to be high and that to be medium. There, I'm okay. That should give them more than enough fuel and ensure that we have enough in here as well. I'm going to run with that and come back and check on it at some point. Okay, so that's all done and dealt with. Good to see. And the other thing that I wanted to do was... where am I going? Too far. Here we are. I would like to get one more. I'll do a quick sanity check here to see. We are close. Yeah, there's definitely guests without service, and certainly don't want to see that happening. So I think what I do is just make a little space right in the middle of that. These footpaths are pointless. Because nobody ever goes to the, well, they have no reason to go there. And hopefully I'm not, yeah, no one's waiting. The hotels. Tourism. Was Hotel Salute, I believe. Oh, I need road access, though. Shoot, yeah, that's an issue. That is a big issue, actually. One I'm glad I thought about now. Mind you, if I do bite the bullet, we could turn this around this way. Oh, and I'm going to have to lose one of those. Let's see here. If I teed that. I would like it to be kind of centered on this. Yeah, that's a little too close there. Yeah, I think that'll work. We'll get footpath. It's not quite what I had in mind, but that'll be fine. And I think we're going to have to replace or move those. Just doesn't work that well. With how I see this happening. Not a fan of that one. That's a little better. If I did something like this. There, that looks good. Get rid of this one. And then see about doing something like this. Okay. I can deal with that. Oh, not quite. I do have to get rid of this. Wow. That out. I gotta take some more out. Oh boy. Fun and games. Okay. This might work out. Let's see where that wants to connect. Nice little winding path. Okay, we'll go with that and go with this one. Get. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Wow, this is getting hard. I really don't know that I want to have. Yeah, that's got to go. Let me just quickly pause this. See if I can get rid of that node. Okay, good. Back in action. Yeah, I really don't want to build that in a tiny segment like that. So, oh, they can reach that as well. Okay, that's cool. So we've got that started. So what my plan for the rest of it is just to run in a fairly long time lapse, because like I said, we'll be watching paint dry and I'm going to run out of words, and that's just what it is. So at any rate, I'm going to slip into a time lapse and we'll catch you on the other side. Cheers. Alright, I'm back. Quite the adventure. These little missing pieces in here were making me a little on the crazy side. I bailed and took the easy way out because I had an opportunity to and really needed to get some fuel down here. So rather than try to fight my way through it, we'll just finished it off. So anyway, it is what it is. I've got most of the construction happening here now, or the remaining construction on the go, and again getting some more materials for our support services. Once we get support services, heating plant, electricity down here, and we'll have to get a start on the port as well. And the other thing that I was thinking about was the where am I going now? Here we are. Probably just going to build this last one and then start on, as long as I've got one of the harbors ready to go, the passenger harbors, start building the some of these no, is it these ones? 21 knots? It's the Meteor. No, it was this one. 40 knots. Start building these just so that we're ready for them. So we'll see what happens. We can decide on that when we get there. So it looks like our train can actually get there. So that's good. We should have some fuel. Probably going to unload the whole shooting match. And this, I finally figured out this silly thing. Didn't realize that when you actually go underground, so you can see that when you go over this, any of the outputs actually get highlighted. And just didn't realize that it was, obviously, 1 and 3. Anyway, that's sorted now and seems to be working the way I want it to. We've got enough, well, he should be on his way now. So there'll be enough fuel there, and we will always have fuel for the Republic. And that was basically my goal, to make sure that the fuel in the Republic was the priority versus fuel for export. So yeah, and this new hotel seems to be quite the hit. We've seldom have fewer than, I don't even know if I saw less than 200 tourists there, so that's boosted things up. And these ones aren't hurting; they're full as well. So, in fact, without service. So if you go find a room at the Salute, I'm sure they'll find a spot for you. Ooh, maybe not. We're getting too popular here now. Okay. Anyway, this is all starting to come together. I should be able to get some fuel deliveries done. Probably have one more episode to finish up the construction here, and then we'll get into some fine-tuning stuff after that. So probably one more longish kind of episode for, like I said, finishing the construction up. So if you hung with me this far, thank you. Appreciate that. And have yourself a great day. We'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.